Welcome to P.I.T.C.O, where the deals never end. We buy those Argos pallets and we make amend. Air fryers, microwaves, kettles on the way. Electrical tools, laptops, tablets every day. We fix it, we flip it at prices you'll love. With quality repairs, we soar like a dove. From parts to machines, we've got what you need. Satisfaction guaranteed.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go!
Hi, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be doing something different. We're going to be tearing down this microwave. It is a brand new one, however it was a customer return and it came back damaged. The label said it had a dented case, which it does, but other than that it's a brand new microwave. But we're going to tear it down, see what parts we can salvage out of it. So let's go. Before we start, just a quick safety note. Microwaves can be very dangerous, even when they're not plugged in. They hold dangerous things like high voltage capacitors and transformers. These capacitors hold upwards of 2000 volts or more and can be very deadly. They will kill you if you're not careful. So please, if you're not confident with tearing down a microwave like this, do not try this at home. Always be competent before doing it. Without further ado, let's go. Right, to save boring you, I've already removed the screws from this. On this one, there's 2 inside this side, 1 inside this side, and 4 in the back. But when you remove the back cover, you just want to lift it from the middle, and then just put it back across, and then let it come off. Now, if you're someone that does projects, this is a good bit of sheet metal to keep. But for me, what I do is I just fold it up and I put it in the shred because, you know, we recycle it. Now, before you dive in and go touching anything, as I said earlier, there is things in here that can potentially kill you, so you've got to be very careful what you're touching inside. Over this side, which is where the main oven is, this is pretty much void of most things. All the dangerous parts are down on this end here, which I'll try and show you now. Okay, let's move you down a little bit. Okay, this shiny thing here, this is the magnetron. Again, this is one of the dangerous parts. So you don't want to be messing around with this too much. You just want to take it out and handle it carefully. If you're not going to use this for replacement in another microwave, then you can dispose of this safely. Do not just chuck it in the bin. You know, dispose of it properly in a recycling centre. Again, the other part down here is where the dangerous part lives. As you can see, the terminals are right there and some of them are exposed, so you've got to make sure that there's no charge in this capacitor before you try attempting to remove it. So the best way, if you haven't got a capacitor discharge tool, is to grab a pair of something that's insulated and you put it on the 2 pins and then grind it out to the chassis. And I'll just hold it there for a few seconds. So we'll just do that now. Now that should be safe to touch, but don't rely on the fact that it's completely discharged. If you've got a multimeter, you can put it across there and test the voltage. If it's, you know, the voltage is low, very, very low or completely gone, then it's fine to handle. But if you haven't got a multimeter, then just don't touch those ends. You always use insulated pair of pliers or something to handle it with. The big thing down the bottom, this is what we nickname Optimus Prime, because it's a transformer. It's what takes your 240 volts in and turns it up, dials it up to crazy voltages of somewhere in the region of 2000, 2100 volts, to power your capacitor and your magnetron. But all these parts are salvageable, so we've got your cooling fan at the back where you can filter board. These, for us, we recycle these, we take all these parts out and sell these online, because there's a lot of people out there that fix microwaves. So all these parts are resalvageable. Some people use things like the transformer for other projects, you know, making spot welders and so forth. So they come in, we sell them to all sorts of people, not just for fixing microwaves or that, but people that sort of make spot welders or other gadgets. So all of this part here, including the control panel at the front, we can salvage. So just to run through, you've got your filter board and your cooling fan. You have your magnetron, which turns the high voltage into your microwave energy, which cooks your food. You've got your high voltage capacitor, which, you know, is potentially dangerous, so handle that with extreme caution. And you've got Optimus Prime down here, sitting on the bottom. On your control panel, on this one, it's just a basic timer, so bell sort of mechanism. It's just a mechanical timer. Some of them, more expensive microwaves, they'll have a circuit board in here as well, which, you know, contains all the programming, etc. Again, it's good for us, you know, it's parts that we can sell. But other than that, you know, there's not really a lot of user parts in there that people can use for projects. Okay, well, I'll come back to you in a moment once we've got some of this teared down. Okay, welcome back. Now we've got all the parts torn out and the casing is discarded. let's just run through what we've got out of the machine. We've got the control panel. This one particular model is from a Sharp, and as I said, it's just a basic mechanical timer inside to control the functions. We have the cooling fan with the filter on the top. This contraption here is what's called or known as the door interlock mechanism. Contains micro switches to tell the microwave that the door is shut and locked properly. A nice bulb holder and LED bulb. We have the magnetron. Again, this holds very dangerous materials inside, so do not sort of mess with these and attempt to try and take them apart or anything. I know some people do like taking these apart for the magnets inside, but that is a very dangerous thing because if you damage the materials inside and they can leak, they are very toxic. So I wouldn't advise it personally. Shiny thing here is the thing that we mentioned earlier on. This contains high voltage, and you can see the voltages marked on here. You definitely do not want to be touching that end. That's the dangerous end. Optimus Prime, as we said earlier, this big chunky thing here, carries a lot of voltage, takes your normal mains voltage in and turfs out high voltage to feed this little thing, and then in turn feeds this little thing as well. We also have the door with its hinges. You can see it's still got the blue tabs and stuff on. That's how new this microwave was. And again, as I said, it's Sharp, so you know all these parts can be salvaged and sold. At the bottom, which I didn't mention earlier, is a synchronized motor, which again a lot of people can use these for projects. You know, which this one in particular in the microwave, it operates your turntable that goes round. We also have the spare turntable parts and the part of the glass, you know, heat-proof plate as well. Now, sorry about the noise in the background. We do have other members of staff working in the background, so you're going to hear the occasional noise. But as for that, just goes to show that there's a good number of parts you can salvage from a microwave. And for us, we could probably sell this microwave if it was working and the case was okay. We'd probably sell this microwave for around about £30 UK money. But in the sum of the parts, we can probably 3x that. So it's worth more to us in parts. So that's the teardown of the microwave, and on the outside they look quite simple, but on the inside there's a whole bunch of parts that can be salvaged, not just for projects but for people that want to repair other microwaves, etc. that might be broken or their own. So if you enjoyed this teardown and you want to see more teardown videos like it, let us know in the comments, you know, what you would like to see teared down next, and see what other parts we can find. Other than that, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you very much.
Air fryers, kettles, laptops on the rack. Fixing busted gear, bringing e-waste back. High fees, fight hard, postage climbs too soon. Cassini's got me buried like a dead man's tune. Guess I'm trending in the never seen category. I'm fighting the eBay machine, paying my dues, charge rack scammers, feedback views. Buyers rent a toaster for the weekend thrill, returning Monday saying wasn't my deal. Zeros knocking, taking listings down. Oh, I'll drop ship David, still running the town. Sold a microwave, came back fried. start selling imaginary products. Cassini loves those. I'm fighting the eBay machine. AI gone blind. Burying the sellers that actually grind. Low ball offers return games too. Postage costs soaring like a hot air balloon. AI assistants, yeah, that's a joke. It's that retina raccoon, run your shop till broke. Forums all screaming, eBay says great. Translation, we broke it, but now it's up to date. From scrapyard halls to the postal line, working overtime just to keep it fine. It goes tough, we don't fade away, even when AI says not today. Only thing selling faster than my stock is my patience.